Yo, what's good, people? Welcome to the channel. My name is Clint. I specialize in producing music for TV and film, and I teach other producers how to monetize their music by showing them how to produce, prepare, and pitch placement-ready music for TV. We are back for day 5, part 5 of the Building Your Sync Strategy series that we've been doing all week. It's been super fun kicking it with y'all, man. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. We got IG over here kicking it with us. I got y'all on YouTube experiencing everything in HD and 4K and all that stuff. But super excited to dig into this last part, which is probably like the most important part. Like, if you don't do this, everything we talked about the last 4 days is pointless and you just won't see success, guaranteed. So let me see who we have in the building. April Ellington, member of Team Dope recently. Shout out to April. Akila is in the building. What's up, Akila? Good to see you back. Who did their homework? Who did their homework last night? Yesterday we talked about building a team. Did I give y'all the homework? Making a list of your strengths and making a list of your weaknesses. I don't even remember if I gave y'all the homework last night. Y'all got over on one, but making a list of your strengths and weaknesses so you'll know where you need to fill in the gaps when it comes to building a team, so that you can increase your output, increase your productivity, and do more of the things that actually moves the needle in your production business. Because listen, like, if you're not producing a ton of music or producing a ton of stuff that's going to create income for you, it's going to be slow. So yeah, we did the hashtag. Okay, dope. Looking for searching through hashtag, super dope. So yeah, like sometimes people come to lives like, I need songwriters. How do I find songwriters? Like, yo, you're on the platform right now that a bunch of songwriters and producers are on. If you need mixing engineers, like, they're all over this joint. Like, if you want to find somebody who's into mixing and engineering, go to like a mixing tutorial or some type of, something that a mix engineer would be interested in. Go through the comment section. You'll probably see a ton of them just commenting, and then just reach out to them. Everybody's spending time on, all these different platforms. All you got to do is hop on the platform and go to where they already are. That's the dope thing about the time we live in now, because it's just like, yo, you got access to the world at your fingertips. So it's crazy. So let me see. Drop syncs in the chat if you want some sync deals in 2024. Let me see who actually wants some sync deals, man. Drop sync in the chat. Let me see. I'm curious. By the way, I lifted something weird, I guess, yesterday. Today, my back was like, fam, sit down. My back hurt. Listen, if y'all see me like making very painful faces randomly, it's because my back muscle is like doing something weird. So yeah, that's what's going on here. I'm trying, like, y'all, I'm gonna be sitting very, very still during this live. Usually I'm swinging around and all that stuff. Nah, man, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna get it right. So, all right. Oh, okay. We got everybody trying. Okay, here we go. We got DJ MVP, Sync, KR Moore, Henry Frank. I see you. What is it? Addie, Justin back in the building. Rachi, I'm probably butchering that. Great Gats Beats, that's clever. Brittany Sanchez, the original DJ. Go to the oh man, you already listen. You ain't gotta tell me twice, because I gotta be able to function. Let me see. We got peace and love from Japan. Appreciate you coming through, DJ Sunny in Japan. Planks every day. Dope. 7B7 syncs. Oh yeah, everybody wants some sing. We got some singer songwriters in here, producers in here. I'm sure we got engineers in here. all types of talent right here just in the stream. So it's a great resource. How does sync work for singer-songwriters, not producers? Same thing, man. Like, it's, you're gonna have to create a full song, right? Or like it has to be a fully produced song. So whatever you do, but the approach is the same for a songwriter as it is a producer. Now obviously a producer can just create instrumentals and still break into sync, whereas a songwriter, usually you're gonna have to be able to get those songs produced and turned into something that can be used in sync. But the process is the same. You reach out, find licensing companies, publishers that can pitch your music for you, and then and you just kind of go from there, man. So it's the same setup, the same same grind. Justin, what's up? Mixing and mastering engineer right there. There you go. Boom. Isaiah's in the building. What's up, Isaiah? Good to see you, man. So yeah, like process is the same. If you're a writer, producer, if you need a producer, connect with a producer, say, hey, the goal is sync. Make sure you all are on the same page, and then just start creating music, you know what I'm saying, that you feel is dope, that you're passionate about, and then, go from there. Because there's plenty of opportunities to go around. So, all right, so let's do a recap. So, man, let's go all the way back to Monday. Monday, we talked about deciding your target genre, and being a specialist, and just not being this person that just does everything. You never want to approach a library like, oh, I do everything. They'll probably be like, okay, whatever. So pick a genre, start with one thing, and then build from that. Tuesday, we talked about deciding your target medium. So, like, what are you focused on? Are you trying to do TV? Are you trying to do film? Are you trying to do micro sync? Are you trying to do commercials, ads, sound design? Are you trying to do movie trailers? Like, figure out like what is going to be like that place, that nice sweet spot for you to focus on, so that you're not stretching yourself in just all these different areas. And then Wednesday, we talked about seeking information and, surrounding yourself around like-minded individuals and communities who are focused on sync, finding podcasts, finding interviews of supervisors and publishing companies, to get insight, to give you a competitive edge, to know exactly, how to reach out to them, where to reach out to them, and things to do and things not to do. So we talked about that. Yesterday, we talked about building your team, connecting with dependable people that can help you scale and get more done, and delegating a lot of the work that's just, that you rather not do. You rather focus on creating or, doing what you do best. If you're a producer, you don't write the best, then you partner up with some writers who can write and write quickly. That way, you're able to get that music out quicker. If there's a brief that comes in asking for a full song, now because you have a team of writers you can go to, you're able to take advantage of that brief by, hitting up the writers. Yo, got this project I'm working on. Want to see if you got time to write this. They knock it out. Boom, you submit it. It's another opportunity to get your music working versus sitting and just being like, oh, well, I don't know how to write, so I guess I can't pitch to this. Like, no, find somebody who can write so you can take advantage of these opportunities. Connecting with musicians. Like, if there's something you can't play, you're not good at, then, connect with musicians who can, to make it easier for you. Right? So today is the biggest part, right? I always say information without implementation equals stagnation. That's because if you don't take action on any of this information we've been talking about all week, it's going to be this time next year, 2024, November 17th. Well, it'll probably be like 16th or 18th. But you're going to sit here, you're going to be in this same spot and wonder why nothing has moved for you. It's because you never took action. Like, you took all these notes but didn't take action. So I'd rather you take action. I'd rather you take imperfect action than, waiting until you have all these things lined up perfectly, waiting until you have all the connections, waiting until your music is mixed to the most pristine mixing preferences possible. Like, I want you to just take imperfect action. Take the first step, because like, you'll find once you just take one step at a time, the next step gets easier, and you don't have to have it all figured out before you take step one. Like, some producers like, yo, I need to know all the steps 1 through 10 or A through Z before I do this, because I want to make sure I got everything right. And then they end up, it's analysis paralysis. You just end up doing nothing because you're just overthinking the whole process, and it probably won't even go how you're thinking it would go. So like, just focus on the first steps, right? Everybody's at different places, so you may be at the place where, you know, you have 5 solid tracks to submit. The next step for you is finding the companies to submit to and then submitting to them, right? You don't need to know, well, if this situation happens, like, how do I do? Like, no, just stop thinking about that. Just find the companies and submit. Then when the situations come up, you handle those situations accordingly, and you learn from them, or you come and get advice then, or like whatever, but don't let that keep you from taking the next step, right? So if the next step for you is you don't have any songs or music to even pitch, like, you can't do anything till you get some music. So you need to sit down, focus, and start creating music that's actually syncable, and that is optimized and structured properly, so that you can actually have something to pitch, so you can get a licensing deal, so you can start getting placement, so you can start getting paid. So you got to take it like one step at a time, and then learn this thing as you go, because you won't have it all figured out. I didn't have it all figured out when I started. I'm still learning things like every day, like as I go and work in this industry in real time. So you don't have to have it all figured out, man. You just got to start. It's the most important thing, is just starting, and then just going through the process, because that's when you're gonna learn the most. It's like when you're actually going through it. Ben, what's up, Ben? Good to see you. Pianist, keyboardist, and producer here. Nah, don't wait. I'm headed in year 4 in sync, and followed this strategy on my own merits, and micro sync quickly became my breadwinner. Boom, there you go. Just don't wait. Because listen, like, while you're waiting, man, somebody out there taking action, and they ain't playing around. And then you're gonna look back and be like, man, like, we started the same time, but they got a whole list of credits and syncs and all that stuff, and like, I'm still here trying to figure out which PRO I'm gonna sign up with. Like, you know what I mean? So just do it, man. Just do it. What's good, Janelle? Good to see you. Excello, what's up? Isomatic, what's good? And if you guys have questions, drop them in the chat. I'm gonna be going through here and answering some questions as well. So yeah, main thing is, you gotta execute. And you gotta execute fast, because if you wait, you think too much, you think too long, you just gonna stay stuck, man. And we ain't got time to stay stuck. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not getting younger. I don't know what you waiting on. So Alavon, what's good? Yeah, that's my next hurdle, is to find companies I can submit to. I'm slowly making progress. Go. That's what's up, man. That's progress. As long, like, every day looking for companies, just shoot. You can be anywhere, passively browsing on the internet for sync companies, licensing companies. So, all of that stuff. B. Lewis, team dope in the building. We too dope too. I heard that commercials like using covers of popular song. How does that work with copyright? They do sometimes. It depends on the song, but usually you'll get a fee for like doing the cover, but like pretty much you would do a cover that counts as a new master, and then publishing, like, royalties. Obviously, you're gonna have the original writers digging into that, but yeah, but you could still get paid doing doing some cover stuff on the upfront. Zim Zada in the building. What's up, Zim? So yeah, absolutely. So execute the plan. Like that's today's topic, executing the plan. Do you experience creative blocks, and if so, how do you overcome them? I don't. Since I've been working in sync, I have not had like producer's block or anything. And I think it's just because we're working off of briefs, so it's just like, I mean, they're telling you what to do. A lot of times they're just like, hey, this is what we need. Here are some references, and then from there, you're just kind of recreating the vibe that they gave you with those references. So I don't really have blocks because there's always some type of, something to go off of. And I'm not just like sitting down, just like trying to think of something to create. It gives you direction. Then if you don't have direction, like say you're just starting, you're not getting briefs yet, right? Because you don't have any licensing deals yet. So in that case, you just start watching TV or start watching movies and paying attention to the music you're hearing in there. Commercials, somebody mentioned cover songs. Start listening to the songs and the vibes of those songs that they're using in the commercials. That's going to give you a good idea of what's being used. Sports, college football, Ohio State will beat Michigan next week, so I'm excited about that. But listen to the pregame show highlights. Listen to halftime. Listen to postgame. Listen to that stuff. Go to ESPN and just listen to the music that's on there. That stuff is used a lot. So boom, there you go. Now you kind of have an idea of what you can create and what could possibly get signed. All right. Would you be able to do a video on efficiency using Disco to submit and input metadata? I may. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I do it in my TV placement mastery program, but it's just I mean, you got to make sure you have those descriptive keywords. It's just like anything else. If you're putting it on a spreadsheet, if you're putting it in Disco, if you're putting it up on a website, you're going to have the BPM, going to have the keywords, the writer info. You know what I mean? Like, that is just, it's the same thing. It's just a different platform to do it. And then it's just easier to kind of stream and create playlists and things like that. E-Money Bags, what's good? NBA, NFL games, and promo are my go-tos. Boom, that's dope. Yeah, easy. Does creating from the company's direction scratch that creative itch for you as a musician? It's a great question. It does, because I'm still able to be creative. You know what I mean? Like, they give you direction, but they want you to do you at the end of the day. Like, they don't want you to just copy somebody. They're just saying, hey, like, this is just the vibe we're going for. Create your version of this. So I'm still able to be creative. You know what I mean? I'm still able to, to get ideas out. I see something and it's like, okay, I know what they want. And it's still up to me and it's still up to you to create something new from that, which requires a lot of creativity, honestly. Like, to have references and to create something that sounds like those references but sound nothing like those references is highly creative. So yeah, like, it definitely, takes care of that creative itch, as you call it. Unless it's like a genre, that is just not requested and I just want to make, then I'll just make it on my own time. You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal. So we're in sync to serve. So, make sure you take care of the client, give them what they need. And then you'll have everything you need, and then you'll have the time to do whatever you want to do, like on the side. If you just want to create some type of passion album of just whatever you want to create, go for it. But when you're trying to make money with this, You just got to do what they're asking you for. So yeah, able to make a ton. Yo, so I just got out of Ableton before I hopped on live. I don't know if y'all knew this, but I've been playing around in Ableton, for the past, I don't know, month or so. So I made a couple tracks. First 2 tracks I produced in Ableton, they end up getting signed to a publisher. So shout out to Ableton for, being the tool I use for a couple of new future syncs. But I figured it out, man. I tried Ableton like a couple years ago. I was instantly confused. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, why was I so confused? I don't understand. And I think it was just because I didn't know what all the buttons did. It was just, I couldn't find the play button, the record button. I didn't know what to do. But I sat down with it, and I figured it out. And I was like, man, there's some things I like about this. So yeah, I've been in it. I've been all over the place this week though. I've been in Ableton, I've been in Logic, I've been in Pro Tools for like the past few days. So yeah, and then Pro Tools irritates me sometimes. This is way off subject, but it's just certain things that they just make. I couldn't figure out how to get my controller hooked up on a thing, because Pro Tools menus is just like, you gotta be so like just in depth with some of the technical stuff. It's just like, what does this even mean? I don't even know what half this stuff does in the settings and preferences of Pro Tools. It's just like, I just want to hook up a controller. Logic, it's just straightforward. Ableton, it was straightforward. Like, I don't understand why Pro Tools can't be as straightforward sometimes. So yeah, that's Pro Tools. Also, they're creating aux tracks in Pro Tools is just like way too many steps. Like, y'all need to simplify that. Why is it like an extra few clicks to do this? Where Logic is just, it's instant. You do the bus thing, and then it creates it for you. So I don't know. How you like the Logic update? I have MacBook 2016, so I can't update. I haven't updated it yet. I will update it because I want to compare the AI mastering plugin to Lander's AI mastering plugin. I want to compare them because I'm interested, especially since they have it on Logic for iPad, which I was also in earlier this week. So yeah, I'll have to, maybe I'll do a video kind of comparing the two or something. Just opened up an old Pro Tools session. I had to take a minute to remember everything. Yeah, like I was just like, man, this is almost foreign. But there's some things I just love Pro Tools for. It's weird. We have a weird relationship. Excuse me. That burp hurt my back. Yo, this is what it feels like to be like over mid 30 mark, I guess. This is what they talk about. So random, dude. Show up on live with a pulled back muscle. I'm overdue for like a massage though. I gotta make that happen. Should have did that months ago. Xylophone and ukulele beats, so I can do my Dilla style beats on the side. Exactly. Yo, man, I've had conversations with people and they're like, yeah, like I know that's what they want, but like that's not really my thing. It's like, fam, do you want to get paid for your music or no? Like, especially if you like, now everybody doesn't hate their day job, right? Consider it a blessing if you have a day job that you don't hate and you actually don't mind going to pay the bills. But some people have jobs that they hate. You know what I mean? Like they just dread. As soon as you just think about going to sleep and waking up, going to that place in the morning, you just in a bad mood instantly. You already doing something you don't like to do anyway. At least do a genre of music that you don't like to do, but it's still doing what you love to do, which is making music. Why are you complaining? I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like, if the goal is to create income from your music, you send me a brief with some ukulele, childish children's music, I'm knocking it out. I'm going to give you exactly what you want. Cut the check. I'll go make my other stuff that I think sounds dope and musical and super vibey. Like, I'll make that whenever. Cut the check. I'm good. I'm not complaining because I'm still creating music. I'm getting paid for it. I'm making a living off of it. I don't care. So that's how I feel about that. You know, I mean, you can't be, I mean, you can be picky, but I mean, come on. You know, it can't be as bad as what you're doing currently if you hate what you do currently. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm like that with Reason. Yeah. How long did it take you to get comfortable with a keyboard? I've been using Melodics and Rocksmith and feel like I'm not getting everything I should be with a keyboard. It took some years. So I was a drummer first. I started out on drums. Then I picked up keys when I was like 15, 16. So for me, so I grew up in the church, playing in the church. So that's how I got comfortable on keys. Like, you sit somebody up there in front of a church to play, you got to figure it out. So that got me comfortable because I had to like practice songs over and over and over again. Then I started, when I got to college, I started playing for the African American Voices Gospel Choir at The Ohio State University. So we were learning songs like every week. So I had to learn a bunch of songs in a short period of time. On top of that, I was playing for groups and local bands and stuff in the area. So I had to learn those songs. So I got to a point where like I had disciplined myself to sit down and like learn a song and just practice and practice and practice. If I didn't know the chords, like I'll try and find a YouTube video or whatever and just like piece the chord together till I got it. And I'll just keep playing the song over and over and over until I can play through the song without messing up. And then once I did that, I'll try and play through the song again without messing up. Like, that's how I practice. Like, if I had to play for a gig, that's how I'm going to practice. And like, I'm just going to play it. I'll have 2 sets of headphones, or, well, I used to do 2 sets of headphones, but now I would just play the music on the computer, have my headphones, have like Logic, the piano and Logic opened up. And then while I'm listening to music, I'm just playing it and just trying to mimic everything I play. So I learned how to play by ear. So that's how I got comfortable, just playing, years and years of just playing in church, playing for groups. And then, after a while, just watching YouTube videos and having people break down chords, and then, shedding with other musicians, showing me things, and we're just sharing chords and things like that. That's how I got comfortable. And now keys is just kind of like, my main instrument. And I don't, it just comes out naturally now. But it's practice, you every day taking time, sit down on a keyboard. When I was in college, in between classes, if I had like some time, I didn't want to go back to the dorm or back to the apartment, I would just go to the School of Music, sit in the piano room. They had these piano rooms you can sit in. I would just go in there and I would just practice into my next class. And that's how I did it. So can you nudge notes forward and backwards for feel and Ableton to make it less stiff and robotic? Yes, you can. They've been adding some that 12 update too. They've been adding some features to do some pretty dope things. So yeah. Zimzada said he said what he said. Create the exact music they asked for, plus give them a bonus track in your style to see if they like it. I didn't know you were a drummer. Yeah, yep. Yeah, man, that was the start of everything. Great info. Where can I see example of a brief? You know what? I wonder if I have an example here. I mean, I know I have an example. It's just a matter of, I gotta find one that's not like something, maybe like an older one. Let's see. So unfortunately, my Instagram people won't be able to see it. But if you're on YouTube, I'll be able to share my screen. Let's see. Okay, so here's one. Pretty much, I mean, depending on who you're working with, sometimes you get a PDF, sometimes you get, hold on, let me see if I can just get it. Let me see if I can get like a PDF. It'll be easier to see. So y'all can see what it looks like. iCloud. There we go. All right, so let's share my screen. All right, here we go. So this is an example of a brief. This is an album I worked on. What was that, like last year or something like that? Dramedy Beats album. Album brief. So you got creative. They're gonna give you a bunch of information. You know, they've had success placing cues on Netflix, VH1, MTV reality shows. Looking to further this with an album of upbeat, propulsive hip hop instrumentals aimed primarily at reality TV usage. So talking about that, they're going through the structure, and then here it says the structure of these works are so important as editors and clients will be using different sections and points of the track to highlight and underscore a variety of moments in their program. This is what I be talking about. Like when I'm talking about structure is like important, like they be nailing this into our brains, like structure, because of the editors, man. Like the editors make the shows, man. They create the vibe. They're the ones placing the music. So your structure is super crucial. So they give you an example. You know, they have a link where you can, you know, listen to the references. And then they're just talking about the highlights of the structure. So, you know, you pay close attention to this stuff. Clear breaks, pauses, hit points, track constantly developing throughout, adding new features to the arrangement to keep them interested. You know, this is super important. And then they gave us even more examples from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Loving Hip Hop, all of that stuff. And then you're going to get your tech specs, right? So this is going to include, like, you know, if they want 24-bit, 48 kilohertz, if they want wave or AIFF, like they're going to tell you that. We got a deadline. You know, usually a brief will have some type of deadline unless it's just kind of ongoing and open. You're going to have that. Give me a second. Yeah, then they're letting you know like deliverables and things like that. And then if you have any questions, obviously you can reach out to them. And then deal structure, they're just talking about the deal. So here it's an in perpetuity deal. That's the one that people be scared of all the time. Composers receive the full composer share 50% of performance royalties via their pro. Now 50% is, they're basing this off of 100%. So ASCAP, like their percentage breakdown is like 100%. BMI's breakdown is like 200%, but it's technically the same thing. They just do it differently. So this means you keep 100% of your composer share. The publisher keeps 100% of the publisher share of royalties. So that's like 50-50. But both sides, there's 100% on both sides, the writer side and the publisher side. You share mechanical sync royalties, and then recoupable advance, 150 per track. So this is like, hey, we'll shoot you $150 for each track that you do for this album. So you'll get $150 for this per track before it even gets placed. And then once it starts getting placed and you're seeing sync fees and stuff come in, royalties, then they just recoup that 150 per track. And then once you hit $150, then you start getting that money or whatever it makes from then on out. And 150, like, I mean, listen, it's a lot easier to recoup 150 than like recouping a $500,000 deal from a major. It'll probably take forever, but yeah. So that's an example of a brief, and that's one I actually worked on, and a lot of those tracks have already gotten placed multiple times. Some of those tracks got placed multiple times in one episode, and they used different edit points. And you'll see, like, if you go through my YouTube channel, I do the sync placement breakdowns. There's some where they use like multiple sections of one track throughout an episode, and you get paid for each and every cue, because that counts as 3 separate cues. So they could use one for like 45 seconds, 15 seconds, a minute, whatever. Those are going to be 3 different performance royalties calculated for each use. And that's just one song. So like, if you optimize and structure your music the right way, you're increasing the chances and the number of times that one track can actually get placed in sync. So that's why, I kind of preach like, look, you got to learn how to structure your music. Like, don't just like create it and then just submit it. Like, there's principles to follow when you're creating your music for sync. All right. So so execute the plan so you can get briefs like this and start working. So listen, if you guys haven't joined the wait list for the Black Friday bundle that's dropping on Black Friday, get on the wait list. The link is in the description, or you can comment wait list on Instagram. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna go over some of the things that this bundle is gonna teach you. Some people had the original Sync Producer Growth Pack. This is going to be Sync Producer Growth Pack 2.0. It's going to have some of the original things from Sync Producer Growth Pack. It's going to have a bunch of new things as well. So this is some of the stuff I'm going to show you. We talked about building a team. We talked about a lot of different things this week. But in this pack, I'm going to actually show you how to implement it. And I probably put like I go deeper than even just sync. I'm trying to like help you build your brand as a producer, a sync producer specifically, and everything in this pack is going to help you do that. So you're going to learn how to build systems in your production business. That's going to help you save time and increase your productivity, because you can't do everything on your own. I'm going to have some information on there to help you grow your influence as a producer, because if you can grow influence as a producer without having to take a bunch of time to like learn a bunch of different things, and focus on one thing, that's going to open up a whole nother world for you as a producer. Like, you have no idea how many bags you're leaving on the table by not building your brand as a producer. If that's something you want to do, you don't have to be successful in sync. But if you are trying to build your brand as a producer and you want to be known for something as a producer in this space and build influence, there is a way to do that. And it's not as hard as you think. And it's not anybody can do it, man. You guys gotta know what to do. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Some dope information there. You're going to learn how to monetize your brand as a producer so you can make more money. You're going to learn how to go from hobbyist to actually owning and operating a production business. We ain't doing that under the table stuff no more, right? We getting official, because you're a business. You got to operate as such, because these publishers, they're going to take you more seriously, right? When you're reaching out to supervisors, they're going to take you more seriously. When you reach out to brands for partnerships and things like that, they're going to take you more seriously when you have your business in order and you're structured properly and you know how to do things. So You're definitely going to get that. And then on top of that, man, listen, AI has been crazy. I'm throwing in the AI for producers domination pack in this bundle as well. That's crazy. I got some new stuff I need to add to that as well because it's crazy, man. So AI is going to help you. It's just going it's man, listen, if you don't get on this early, the producers who adopt it early in their production businesses are going to crush everybody else because they're going to be able to get way more done in a short period of time than somebody who's just old school trying to do it the old school way and just manually do everything themselves. I'm showing you how to like create ideas, right? So if I get a brief and say they want a certain style of music, and if I have something like that in my catalog, I show you how to use your tracks as reference tracks to help train the AI so that it can spit you out ideas, original ideas that you can then create and build off of. So like if you're somebody who just have a hard time coming up with melodies and things like that and ideas, AI can help you quickly generate a bunch of ideas in a click of a button, and then you just pick the ones that you want to build around, and now you're able to output tracks faster because you're not sitting trying to like manually think of like a new idea for this brief. It's just like, no, here, feed the AI, train the AI spits out some loops for you, boom boom boom, you're ready to go. So we're gonna do that. Some other things that the AI can do as far as like your production process, a lot of things AI can do as far as your production business, and delegating a lot of stuff and automating a lot of things to help you just get way more done faster than we've ever been able to do. So the earlier like you hop on this and learn, and listen, you don't have to like get everything just because it says AI, like just to be, you know, on top of everything. Like pick a few tools that work well for what you do, like whatever your workflow is, just pick a few and then just like double down on those. And then if you come across something where it's just like, yo, I think this would be real useful in what I do as a producer, then boom, implement that. But I'm going to give you like a whole list of tools that I use currently in my business. I'm going to show you how to implement certain things. It's crazy. Like, yeah, I have legit like a whole team of just AI bots that are specialized in certain things. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do all that. So I'm throwing that in there. Your mixing has to be on point. So I'm throwing a mixing course in there. In addition to, I've been getting requests for this for like the past 2 years, and I finally did it. I'm creating the vocal mixing made simple course. I created it. It's done. So I'm throwing that in the Sync Producer Growth Pack. It's the only place you're going to be able to get it on Black Friday. And then on top of that, it doesn't, listen, I'm giving you everything. On top of that, I have some students, TV placement mastery students, who have seen success, who have gotten licensing deals, who are getting TV placements. I documented everything. I documented their journey, and I created a case study. I'm going to include a case study from at least one. I'm going back and forth. I'm like, man, should I? But no, I think I'm going to include a case study that's going to walk you through from beginning to end what we did. I'm going to share my notes, like my personal notes while coaching this student, this producer, on how we went from him hearing no to not getting any licensing deals to him getting a bunch of placements. So you're going to see all the notes. You can see my my terrible handwriting. Hopefully it's legible, but you're going to have the videos of, you know, our coaching sessions, all of that. So I'm throwing that in there. And I'm also going to do something special for the first 10 people who get access to the bundle. So if you're not on the wait list, you just don't even have a chance. Like, if you're not on the wait list, you're not going to be the first to know. You won't be the first 10 to be entered into a giveaway. So I'm going to do a giveaway. I may either do I don't know. You'll see it in the email on the wait list coming up. I'm going to decide exactly what I want to do as far as the giveaway. But it's going to be a giveaway. First 10 producers who grab the Sync Producer Growth Pack 2.0 is going to be entered into that giveaway. Last year we did $500 giveaway. And we cashed out the homie $500 because they were one of the first to take action, because action takers are money makers. So he legit made money from taking action. So you definitely want to make sure you're on the wait list for the Black Friday bundle that I'm dropping. And I'm probably gonna between today and next week, I might find something else that's just gonna give you a ton of value, just to over deliver. Like, I'm all about over delivering and giving you as much information as I can. It's gonna help you going into 2024 and level up, because there's no reason why you as a producer, there's just no reason why you can't be out here creating income with what you love to do. And the Sync Producer Growth Pack 2.0 is going to help you do that. So get on the wait list, comment wait list, so you can get on that. I'm gonna take a few questions before I hop off and knock out some more work. I recently signed with a library and gave them an 8-track album with alt mixes. I now want to start my next album to give them a new album at least once a month. Is that too much? No, not at all. Go for it. It's never too much as long as you can handle it. Like, they're not gonna be mad because you're hitting them up with an album every month. They're like, yo, that's more music for us that we can pitch and get placed and create income from. So nah, man, I say go for it for sure. KR, which library was that from? That was West One Music Group, West One Music Group, something like that. Let's see. Publishing. Can you be signed with a publisher and also be your own publisher at the same time? Like, I can be with ASCAP as a publisher and also be with Songtrust or Songtrader. Yes, you can technically have your own publishing company or be your own publisher and have that publishing company register with ASCAP and also be with Songtrust, because Songtrust is a publishing administrator. So, they'll just like register everything on your behalf. But I think they, since they're administrator, I think they list themselves as publishers so they can collect for you, if I'm not mistaken, and then they'll give you the corresponding percentages. But if you're in Sync, right, and you sign to a publisher for Sync, like a music library publisher, you can't register those works through Songtrust or through your publishing company. It will have to be registered through their publishing company because they're the ones publishing it. So only one publisher can collect on your behalf in that regard. 50-50 thing is important. You need to understand that it's 100% pies. Yes, facts. If you have a song with vocals, should that also be a minute-ish? My song with vocals are usually about 145 to 2.5 minutes. No doubt, Isomatic. Have a safe flight. Executing the plan is huge advice. Drummer, beatmaker, producer, Stone Rock Music Inc. Let's go. Yeah, gotta execute, man. Like, you can have the most amazing plan and blueprint ever. If you don't take action on that joint, it's just a plan. It's just a dream. Like, at some point, you gotta wake up, make the dream a reality, right? This bundle put me in a chokehold like Draymond did Rudy. Yo, that's hilarious. Some stuff, and that's the thing, man. That's what, like, listen, we can get into mixing techniques, we can get into sound selection, we can get into production hacks. Like, y'all can find that stuff, man. But, like, let's talk about how to build a brand around what you do. The music's the easy part, dude. We can do that all day. We can go on YouTube and watch a bunch of videos and you'll be dope in a month. Like, we got that. You need to know, how do we take this music and build a platform around it. Like, how do you take yourself as a producer and build a brand and reputation around yourself? Because I'm gonna tell you, things have changed dramatically over the last 10 years. And it's honestly about attention. Like, if you can build an audience and capture people's attention, the big brands, like, you know, Target, audio brands, like, they're not spending all of their advertising budget with just traditional TV and radio ads anymore. They're going to the people who have built brands. They're going to your favorite influencers. They're going to people who can capture people's attention, who can build an audience. So you have to be like on the other side of just consuming the content from your favorite producers. Like, I want you to become one of the producers that people are consuming content from you, because there's like other things that opens up when you learn how to do that. And a lot of producers don't know how to do it. So I'm like pulling back the veil on like my entire business and everything that I do in it, and how I have it set up, and how I operate it. And you can do the same. Like, you can legit do the same. And now's the best time to do it, because it's only growing. Like, it's only growing. So you gotta get on the other side of that. Clint shows you how to turn an AI of yourself to make music while you sleep. I know, right? Like, listen, I'm gonna go to sleep. I got a brief I need you to knock out, and I need it done with stems and everything by the time I wake up. Listen, we get to that level, it's gonna be dangerous. You better learn how to use it now, because it's gonna progress. Things are gonna get better, and I'm telling you, boy, once it gets to that level, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to keep up. There's no way. It's not like somebody gonna be outputting more than you. It's just as simple as that. You're gonna get left behind. You'll still get some opportunities, but when you're talking about a numbers game like that, you want more placements, you gotta have more output. To increase more output, you gotta produce more music. You either gotta grow some extra hands, you gotta build a team, or you can leverage AI to help you as well. So that's what it's all about. It's about leverage, man. It's not about replacing us. It's about using that joint as leverage. That is leverage. And that's like the number one thing in my business that I try, like, what can I leverage to either get more time back or do something more effectively and efficiently. You know what I mean? The case study's nuts. Like, yeah, it's crazy. That alone makes it worth it. So how important is it to have a library catalog of songs at all times? What is the best way to connect with companies looking for music? So the best way to have a catalog at all times is to always be creating. But you're gonna sign songs, and you'll probably have some songs that didn't get signed that are sitting around or just ready to go, or you just have like some non-exclusive songs that could be ready for opportunities when they come, which is good to have, because you will get briefs that are like, yo, we need this in like an hour. A client's looking for something to replace real quick. If you can get it to us in an hour, boom. In those situations, like, unless you're leveraging AI very efficiently and you're creating that track in 30 minutes and sending everything out in an hour, you're gonna have to have something that's already done to submit, right? So yeah. So yeah, how do you get faster at making music? Make more music more often. That's it. It's practice. It's like how did Kobe become a better basketball player? Like, he woke up earlier than everybody else on his team, started practicing earlier, practiced more, and he got better. So he took more shots. You take more shots, you're going to learn how to make more shots. You're going to become a better shooter. If you make more music more frequently than everybody else, then you're going to start to be able to make music faster. Learning your DAW. If you work in your DAW every single day, for, you know, multiple hours, you're going to learn the shortcuts and the hacks and inside of that DAW. You're going to become efficient in using that DAW. That's why it took me an hour and a half to bounce out stems in Ableton, because I'm not efficient in Ableton yet, because I haven't been in it as much as I've been in Logic. You put me in Logic, oh, it's done already. So I just had to figure some things out, and then I was like, okay, I'm good now. But you got to do it more. If you want to be faster, more efficient, do it more. It's that simple. What is the best way to contact sub labels, i.e. under Universal Production Music? That's a good question, Brian, and that's a great. I hope they catch it. But that's a gem. Try and find their direct page, so you know what the libraries are, the sub labels. Now see if they have a website you can go to personally, or go to LinkedIn and search the company. See if you can find somebody that works there that can put you in touch with somebody there. So that's how I would do it. Do you recommend AI mixing? I've used AI mastering. I haven't used AI mixing. Listen, if it sounds good, I recommend it. Mastering so far sounds good on AI, and it's obviously depending on how good your mix sound. If your mix is trash, your master is going to be trash. So if you can get a solid mix, AI mastering all day, because it's just going to save you time. If they have something that mixes AI, like I'm trust me, I'm gonna hop on that and see how it works, because that's something else that takes time, and time is like that one thing you just can't get back. So if I can save time, spend more time on creation versus just like mixing the stuff, then boom, sign me up for the AI mixing. Whoever got it, send it to me. I'm gonna use it. Right, so let me see. LinkedIn is everything. Facts. You put me in Ableton is done before we started, because I don't use Ableton, I use FL. Yeah, I feel you. I use both, like, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna mostly be using AI master. Like 2024, it's AI. You can have it. You can have it. AI. Go ahead. Like, I don't need, like, I there's no ego. Like, I don't have to be the one like, oh, I mastered this with 17 plugins. I mastered this with my bare hands. I don't care, man. Put the plug in on that joint. Let it do what it do. And I'm gonna go focus on something more important. So yes, I do AI master. I have a master, and honestly, like, my mastering process, and you'll see it. I'll show you what I use on this vocal mixing made simple. That's gonna be in the Black Friday bundle. You're gonna see what I use. I don't change it. I haven't changed that until I started using AI mastering. So, you know, I'll keep that the same. I'll make tweaks, right? So, like, I'll disable it while I'm creating and mixing. Then when it's just like, okay, mix is solid, now I want to master, I just go through, enable everything, and then I'll make tweaks on certain things, because, you know, every track's gonna be a little bit different. I may want a little bit more presence on the entire mix, the master EQ or whatever, or I may want a little bit more low end, or, you know what I'm saying? So it's like little minor tweaks that I'll make. But no, man, I'm not spending time on repetitive tasks. Like, let AI do the repetitive stuff, the redundant stuff. That's why I use templates too. Like, I'm not about to keep searching for the same sounds. Like, for sports, like, I'm using the same sounds, brass, strings, you know, some type of synth. I'll change the synth out, but why? I'm not gonna start over every time. That's more time. Create a template, open up the template, start working from that. So yeah, that's how I feel. So yeah, so I'm about to hop off, man. Make sure I got everything that I want to put in this bundle for you all. Also, it's only going to be available for it's going to be limited, right? So it's going to be limited. I don't know if I want to limit it to like 100 people total. I don't know, but it's going to be limited. And then once enrollments reach that cap, then it's going to go away. So it's just going to be a special bundle just for Black Friday. Those who take action are going to get their hands on it and get it at an incredible price. Those who don't, you just miss out, I guess, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Listen, you can also use the coupon code in the description, Black Friday 23. All courses for producers are currently 50% off. So make sure y'all use that. Save some money this season. Like don't buy anything full price this season. Like I'm just saying, don't do it. All right, save some money. And then also, what else do we have going on? Oh, next week I will not be streaming live because of Thanksgiving. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Just want y'all to know. People been asking about the live music reviews. We're gonna bring those back after Thanksgiving. So you know what we should do? This is what I'm gonna do. I gotta look at my calendar, but because usually around this time we take a break, like that last month in the year. But we're gonna do like one big last live music review, and we'll do it for like 2 hours. Like we'll just make it mad long for no reason. Versus like the 1 hour we usually do. So we'll make it like just a 2 hour special live music review. We won't do the podcast before, and we'll just do music review for 2 hours straight. Cause there's so much dope music that's submitted. We can never get through most of it. So at least that'll give us some time to be able to listen to more people's music, more dope music, and just hang out together. Cause it's always a dope vibe just kicking it with y'all during the music reviews. So that's what we'll do. Thanksgiving we'll eat, we will feast, and then we'll come back at some point and do like a special live 2 hour live music review to see if your music is ready for sync. That's how we gonna end the year off. Drop some fire emojis if that sounds like a great idea. In my mind, it sounds like an amazing idea, but let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Charlie Brown Christmas. Happy early Thanksgiving. Indeed. Okay, we got the eat while you go live. That would be terrible. Y'all do not want to see that. It's gonna get ugly quick. Y'all don't want to see that. Y'all don't want this y'all don't want these eating sound effects in this Shure mic looking at me stuff my face in 4K. Oh man. Y'all are not about to get me to do that. But that's it, man. I'm out. Y'all have a good rest of the week. Have a dope weekend. And let's just get it. Let's crush it. All right. I gave y'all the information. I hope this was helpful. Now it's time to take action. Let's do it. I'm out. Peace.